Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you a stock up. But first, I've been gone for a little bit. I wanted to thank everyone who has stuck by me. We're just figuring some things out, and I'm trying my best to produce videos while we're doing that. I will share more when we're ready, but I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you, everyone that has reached out. That was so kind of you. I did not expect my last video to get as many views as it did. It's the most viewed video on my channel now, and I'm so thankful for it. I was gonna address some of the hate that I got from that video, but it's really not worth my time or yours, so we're not going to address it. I want to address all the positivity that came from that video. I am just over the moon. So many of you are new, so please introduce yourself. I love knowing, everything about you. If you feel like sharing that, where you're from, really, anything you're comfortable with. If you are watching on your television and can't comment, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm usually keeping up with my DMs and my emails as well. So my email and Instagram is always linked down below if ever you want to chat with me. I am a real live person and I would love to chat with you. I am a stay-at-home mom though, so a lot of my time is dedicated to my kids. So when I am ill, which is not all the time, I try and keep my screen time down and spend as much time with my kids as possible. I've really gotten into a routine where there's one of them, where I'm trying to not have my phone out or any screens out around the kids. That's just a personal choice that we've been doing. So I wanted to just fill you in on what's been going on. I'm gonna try and keep up with 3 to 4 videos a week. I think that is the best for me right now. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all your support. It's just been really helpful these past few weeks when I was not feeling my best self. So in this time that I have been a little ill, my husband has been doing most of the shopping, so we're still stocking up, and I thought it would be fun to show you what he is stocking up on because he learned a lot of his prepping from myself and his parents, so I always thought it would be interesting to see what he would stock up on. So I'm going to turn you around and show you. I think he did a really awesome job. Please remember, all stock ups are going to be unique to the family, and if ever you find yourself bored in these intros, no need to tell me, just go ahead and skip forward. Again, really, really easy to do. I won't be offended. I know in the last video I asked if some of you could watch the ads. It's really helpful. I will say with my analytic data, 91% of you skipped the ads. So if that kind of shows you how YouTubers go through things, I don't take that personally. I understand a lot of people don't have time to be doing that, and I appreciate every single one of you that does. I just wanted to shed some light on that because people are confused as to why there were so many ads. I don't know. I don't place the ads. I check a box and then YouTube puts the ad. So that has nothing to do with me, the length of the ad, what the ad is. That actually has a lot to do with you and your search history and what you watch and things like that. So I apologize if that was boring for some of you. I know a lot of you enjoy listening to me chat with you, so I'm going to try and keep doing that, more day in the lifestyle videos, showing you how we live on a budget, especially as a family of 4 here in Northern Colorado. So I'm going to get you turned around and show you what we stocked up on this week. Again, let me know if you're new here. Let me know what you're stocking up on, or just let me know about your day. I love talking to all of you. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, here is the tiny but mighty spread. I am going to address 2 things. One, this is what we stock up on per week. It is unique to the family. This is what we can afford to budget. So I don't want to hear that it's not enough because we are stockpiling. And on the flip side, I don't want to hear that it's too much. We are not hoarding. Calm down. Don't be saying things like that in the comments. It's absolutely ridiculous that I still get comments like that. But anyways, another thing is, like I said, these are unique to the family. Whether you believe there's a food shortage or not, which it's not my opinion anymore, it's an actual fact, you don't need to comment down in the comments that there's not. I will say I answered one negative comment, and I said that my hope usually in general per day, I have many hopes, but the one is to be kind. And if you can't be kind, you're a sad person and you need to reflect on yourself. I am not the person. I'm not the channel. Okay, that is it. I wanted to get that out of the way before anyone felt the need to comment because it's very silly. Again, my husband stocked up. I'm actually pretty proud. I helped him out with a few things. And I will say I'm a little shaky. I'm a bit under the weather still, so I am trying to stay hydrated as much as I can. He picked up some iodized salt. I feel like you can do a lot with salt. You can preserve things in it. You can use it as a face wash. I'm just thinking outside of the box. You could obviously cook with it too, but salt is an important one and it's very inexpensive. I believe this is 52 cents or 42 cents, so that's a good one. He went ahead and picked up some pinto beans and I put them in some vacuum sealed jars. I actually am going to do a video later on this week about how I do this. You could put an oxygen absorber in here and then vacuum seal. You could do no oxygen absorber and seal it. There's certain things that you can use an oxygen absorber for and how many cc's you need. So it really depends, but I just went ahead and put it in our long-term storage because we're doing pretty good on beans. So this week we stocked up on pinto beans. He went up to the farm next to us and got a 5-pound bag. So it's really easy for us in the town that we're in. We're actually pretty well known for our pinto beans. That is why we always get pinto beans. I really enjoy them in the crock pot, just low and slow with a lot of salt and some sort of broth, like a water or something like that. But they're really tasty. I know that's more of a southern thing, but I grew up on like ham and bean soup. I don't know if any of you did, but we love pinto beans regardless of what I'm trying to say there. So I feel like I'm awkward because I haven't been on the camera in a while. But next up is going to be diced chili ready tomatoes. He knows that I always pick up Rotel, so he picked up 2 of these. I do think he wants some chili though, so I'm going to make him some chili. I just do a huge batch in our large crock pot and then I freeze the rest. You could also can chili if you're into it, pressure can chili and put it in some jars. I don't really do much of that. We have a generator coming, which is pretty cool, and I'm hoping if ever, there was an issue with the power, we would put it in the freezer and hook it up to the generator, although I would probably freeze a bunch of these waters here, and I've heard that it could last up to a week if you don't open it. I don't know. Never lost power for a whole week. When I was younger, we probably did, but I don't know. I don't know what would happen. I got a lot of comments about that too, but I mean, it's to each their own, however you want to store things. So again, diced Rotel, the Kroger brand, is really inexpensive, and you could can your own as well. I have a lot of that up on our shelves upstairs that I canned from some homegrown stuff, but again, really depends on what you're doing, what you're making. So your kitchen, your rules. Next up, tortellini. I love tortellini and I love this shelf-stable tortellini. It is cheaper at Target, but this week, this was buy one, get one free at Kroger. And about a month ago, I forgot to tell all of you or share it with you, but I think my app picked up that I was buying it and I got a free bag of this. So I have another one in the prepper pantry. It's not, I feel like it's not necessary for your prepper pantry, but it's a nice treat, we have so many bland things in there that we can make into flavorful items, and I love this tortellini. If you follow me on Instagram, I did a pumpkin Alfredo tortellini when we lost power a few weeks ago. I promised the kids that I would make the tortellini. We lost power, so I went ahead and did this outside on the camp stove, and it turned out so good. Really, really tasty in some cast iron, just simmered low and slow. It takes a little bit of time. You can cook it in Alfredo sauce and a little bit of pumpkin puree with some nutmeg, salt, and pepper, and it's delicious. So I'm happy he picked up some of these. I saw it on our app and asked him if he could go to Kroger, so that is why some of this is from Kroger, and then I'll tell you where the rest is from. Next up is tuna. We always try and pick up some sort of protein, whether it be beans, canned chicken, canned meat, really anything that we can get our hands on that is on sale. If you're new here, we never buy anything at full price. So a lot of our stock ups depend on what's on sale. So tuna was buy one, get one free. We just went ahead and picked up 4 cans. We have a ton of tuna in our prepper pantry. We really enjoy it. Someone commented on like the quality of the tuna and mercury poisoning and all that. I understand where you're coming from, but we would not be eating this 3 times a day. Moderation is key. So I don't know. I never really addressed that comment or answered it because I feel like you could be logical and figure that out on your own, but whatever. Again, moderation is key. Next up is flaxseed meal. I think my husband's just used to this because it's an egg replacer for me and a lot of baking. I put this in smoothies often, and it just has a lot of great benefits for you. You could even put it with an egg, but I wanted to have this on hand. I like to put this in Mylar bags. That's just me. I do have another video coming up. I'm partnering with a really awesome company on some Mylar bags. So I got a great opportunity to show you how to do that. I've shown you before, but I wanted to show you again my new setup just to keep it organized and a little bit easier on me. And the kids really like to help with that kind of thing. They call them space bags. So I thought I'd do a video showing you how I do that and how I make our own MREs for camping. It's really easy and fun to keep in a camp pack. I did that a few years back for my husband. It just made camping just a little bit easier, especially when you're hiking and camping. So I will show you how I do all that because it's super delicious and you can get really creative with the ingredients. Next up, I asked him to go to Dollar Tree to look for Halloween decor, which is not needed for a prepper pantry, but I love Halloween. And I was trying to find different things that I keep seeing on social media, but he picked up this coffee. I love this freeze-dried coffee. It's like the Cafe Bello, I believe is the brand, I think. I don't know, at Walmart. This is a smaller gram. It's 6 ounces as opposed to the 10, but I think these are great to have. You can keep them in your camp packs, which is what we do with them, but these are great to have long term as well. I don't know, because they're, vacuum sealed, I guess you could say. So I really enjoy it. I don't mind that coffee at all. I would not say I'm a coffee snob. I do enjoy good coffee, but we're also on a budget, so it really just depends. We make all of our coffee at home. We used to do cowboy coffee just because that's how my dad taught me to make coffee, and we camped a lot growing up, but we don't do that anymore. We have a coffee machine. But I was thinking the other day when I was talking to you all about doing a day in the life without power, I wanted to show you all like the gadgets that I use, how to do laundry without power, how to make coffee, how to take a shower, how to, basically do anything, keep yourself warm. But we have a bunch of hacks. My husband was an Eagle Scout and I grew up camping, like I said. I know a lot about that, but I wanted to do a video like that. I know a lot of you are interested in that, so let me know if you still are. I feel like I'm gabbing. I'm sorry. I have a lot to say. I haven't talked to you all in a while. I asked him to pick up some disposable plates or cups or napkins. I just feel like they'd be good in a pinch. And we don't have a lot of them, honestly. I try and be as low waste as possible, but this is, 300 paper plates, and I believe it's under $8. I could be wrong though. I just thought it would be nice to have on hand. So he picked up some of those. We do have some like solo cups and some styrofoam cups for heated items, and then napkins and silverware. We have all of that kind of thing in our bug out bags too, but it's just more of a fold up style camp plate, knife, and all of that. It's not disposable. So I don't know. I wanted to have something like this in our bug out bags that is disposable. So I'm going to finagle some way to, come up with something for our backpacks. And then next up, we always stock up on water. You know that. Sometimes he brings a case of water. Sometimes he brings this water. Sometimes we skip a week and then we go to Tractor Supply and get one of those giant water containers in case we ever have to haul it to the creek and get some water to purify. But it really depends on your setup. So we have ways to get water, ways to purify the water if ever we needed to get it from the river or the creek. It's just nice to have on hand. Don't keep these on your cement floor or anything. And I've gotten questions in the past that I've answered, but these aren't going to store long term just because of the plastic. Maybe I'd say maybe a year, but they'll start to crack and split just with the weather changes and the environment in your home. So just go through them, make sure you're cycling through, make sure you have some water on hand at least for 72 hours in case of emergency. I grew up in a huge flooding town. We flooded every year. I remember my senior year in college, we flooded pretty bad, and we were really fortunate enough to go into town, and I think Army Reserve came in and was bringing water. But, my dad worked for the town, and he still does, and he was able to help some people by boat, but a lot of people didn't have access to that water. They couldn't get to that point. So I feel like it's necessary to always have water on hand. I speak from experience. I grew up on well water as well. So, there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of different things that fall into prepping, in my opinion. That's why I always say it's unique to the person and unique to where you're living. I can't say that we're always going to prep like this because I don't know where we're going to be living next or how our family is going to be or anything like that. So I did want to throw that in there, and that was the last of the haul for this week. Alrighty, everyone, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking by us. Thank you for being here. All of the support is just so appreciated. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.